In this video, we will see the various types of clutches which are being used in automobiles. Let us start by discussing the single plate clutch. The single plate clutch is most widely used type of clutches in heavy automobiles. So here we can see the flywheel here. From the flywheel, the power is transmitted to this plate. But here you can see there is a friction plate and a pressure plate. So this is the friction plate and this is the pressure plate. So by default, the clutch will be in engaged position because of the pressure offered by these pressure springs. Here you can see this pressure spring. This pressure spring will offer the pressure over this pressure plate, and this pressure plate will keep the clutch engaged, and hereby the power is transmitted from the flywheel to the clutch shaft. Whenever the driver presses the pedal, so this lever will be activated, and here you can see a small lever. This will press this throughout bearing, and this bearing will be moved towards the left hand side, and here we can see another lever, and this is the fulcrum point or the pivot point. This pivot point move this lever top side of the lever towards the right hand side as it is moved left hand side by this bearing. So when this point is moved toward the right hand side, this pressure plate is released from the friction plate. So thereby the contact between the flywheel is disengaged to the clutch shaft. So the power will not be transmitted from the flywheel to the clutch shaft, that is the power will not be transmitted from the engine to the transmission. So whenever the transmission is not needed, the pedal is being pressed. This is a common operation which is carried on in most of the automobiles. So here we can see these main components, the flywheel. From this flywheel the power is being transmitted to the system. So here we can see the black colored region is the friction pad or the clutch liner, and here you can see a friction plate, here you can see the pressure plate, and this is the spring. This is called pressure spring, by which the pressure is offered to the pressure plate in order to keep the clutch engaged in default position. While the driver presses the pedal, he has to offer the pressure which is lower than the force offered by the pressure spring so as to release the clutch. Let us move to the next type of clutch, that is a multi-plate clutch. So in single plate clutch there is only one surface. This surface is being contacted, and the torque which is conveyed by this single plate clutch will be less because there is a small area which transmits the power through friction. In this case, this plate need to be very big in order to transmit high torques and high power. Whereas in two-wheelers and small vehicles we cannot have a big clutch plate. We can achieve that power or torque transmission by having multiple number of clutch plates. Here you can see multiple number of clutch plates here. So these are the friction plates and this is the pressure plate. So here we can see the black colored things are the liners, or they are called friction lining. So the similar concept will be applied here. This is the engine shaft. When the power is transmitted to the flywheel, it will be transmitted to the clutch shaft when the clutch pedal is not pressed. By default, the clutch will be in engaged position. So whenever the driver presses the pedal, the clutch will disengage. By default position, the clutch is in engaged position because of the force offered by this spring. So the spring will keep the clutch engaged. So whenever the driver presses the pedal, he will have to apply the force which is more than this force offered by the spring here in order to disengage the clutch. And then cone clutch. Cone clutch is a type of clutch which is having some advantages. Let me list down the advantages. The first one is the normal force acting on this contact surface is greater than the axial force. So it will transmit more torque compared to the normal plate clutches. We can transfer more torque by having small size of clutch, and also it will be having very less clutch noise while engaging and disengaging. So that's why this type of cone clutches are used. But the construction and working principle are same as the single plate and multi-plate clutches. Let us move to the next type, that is centrifugal clutch. This is an automatic type of clutch. The main difference that we can observe is by default, or when clutch pedal is not pressed, the clutch will be in open position. That means the clutch will be in disengaged position. So whenever the input shaft is rotating, this is the input shaft and the dotted is the output. Whenever the input shaft rotates, the balls will be moved outwards because of the centrifugal force. Because of centrifugal force, this ball will move to outward side. Similarly, this ball will move towards this side. So when the balls move outwards, we can see a curved surface here. So this curved surface will push that ball towards this plate, clutch plate. So because of this clutch plate, that is pressure plate. So when the speed is higher and higher, the force offered by the ball over the pressure plate will be higher. So when the engine is rotating at high speeds, the clutch will automatically get engaged with the friction plate and pressure plate. So whenever the speed is reduced, the balls will again come to its own position because of the pressure offered by this spring. So the spring will always keep clutch in disengaged position. Whenever the engine is running at high speeds, the balls will move outwards and it will keep the clutch engaged. When the engine is running at high speeds, automatically it will be engaged and no manual force is required or no manual actuation is required to engage or disengage this type of clutch. So this type of centrifugal clutch is used in two-wheelers, in old type of two-wheelers where there is no manual clutch and manual gear changing systems. And then this is another type of centrifugal type of clutch. This is also an automatic type of clutch. Here we can see instead of that ball, here you can see a bob weight. So this bob weight will be moved outwards whenever the system is rotating at high speeds. When it is rotating at high speeds, this bob weight will move outwards because of centrifugal force and this lever will press towards the left hand side. Here you can see a pressure spring. So whenever the force offered by this centrifugal force is higher than the force offered by this pressure spring, it will move the pressure plate towards this clutch plate. So thereby the clutch engagement will happen. So afterwards, whenever the speed is reduced, here you can see a push-off spring. This push-off spring will disengage this clutch plates. So by default, as we seen in the previous case, by default the clutch will be in disengaged position. Whenever the engine is rotating at high speeds, it will be engaged automatically because of centrifugal force. And this is another type of centrifugal clutch. Here you can see initial position. By default there will be a small gap between the pressure plate and the friction plate. So whenever the vehicle is running or whenever the engine is running, the flyweights will be moved outwards from the center and the spring will be compressed and the clutch plate will be engaged with the friction plates. So thereby the clutch is being engaged automatically. These are the automatic type of clutches. And the advanced type of clutch which is used in automatic transmission vehicle is this fluid coupling. So here you can see two sides. One is this crankshaft side. So this crankshaft side will be rotating and through this casing, this torque and power will be transmitted to the pump that is in the right hand side. So that is a half semicircle of that whole system. So the right side part will be rotating and here you can see an oil seal which acts as a bearing. So when this right hand side is rotating, here we can see the veins inside this fluid passage. The fluid will be having low viscosity because if the fluid is having high viscosity, there will be a loss of power because of that viscous drag. So whenever this right hand side portion is rotating, the veins will push the fluid towards this left hand side veins and thereby it will be moving. There will not be any mechanical contact in between this driving member and this driven member. There will be only a fluid contact between this driving member and driven member. So the oil will be rotating in this manner. So it will be forced by the driving member and it will be forced towards this driven member. So thereby the power is being transmitted. So if the oil is having high density, more amount of torque can be transferred. So the ideal case is that we need to have a low viscous fluid and a high denser fluid to be used in this fluid coupling in order to transfer the power effectively. And one drawback in this case is we cannot expect the full torque which is applied by this driving member to be transmitted to the driven member. Surely there will be a loss, there will be a fluid loss because of the turbulence which is inside the system. Thank you. Hope this video will help you to understand about the various type of clutches. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.